good.
Obviously, you're able to compensate with the passing game and even the short passing game in those kind of short yardage situations. But how important is it to actually just get the run game, truly run game going?
Yeah, I mean, nowadays the run game, comes in different shapes and sizes, and a lot of it, the quarterback is doing some reading, so a lot of times the ball goes to the outside. So we had 33 called runs on Saturday, and a lot of them got thrown to the outside. So obviously, at the end of the day, you look at the total yardage and the total points and everything like that, look at it as a whole. And so obviously we got to do a better job situationally in the red zone and on short yardage. But overall, if they put a lot of guys in the box, there's some RPOs and different reliefs on a lot of plays that we're doing a nice job with. So I think we got to play better situationally, but I think we're doing a good job spreading the field.
And in terms of the short yardage stuff, 3rd and 1, those kind of plays, when you try to run it, I mean, the 4th and 1, there was no room for J.K. So can you pinpoint what's going on those kind of plays?
There's a lot going on. I mean, I think statistically still on third down we're doing pretty good overall, and a couple of times we've got stopped this year. So we just got to keep looking at it, keep trying to figure out what gives us the best chance.
Ryan, when you're doing that RPO stuff and Dwayne's either counting guys or just reading somebody, are there ever times where he pulls it and makes a throw and it's a successful play, but you also had a look where you could have ran the ball?
Yeah, for sure.
And you think, well, maybe it would have been better to run the ball there as we're trying to get something going?
Sometimes it's 50-50. You're reading an overhang, and if you give it, you'll do okay. If you throw it, you do okay as well. So, but you got to live with it. You got to be decisive. That's the thing. We always tell the quarterbacks, be decisive with your decision and go with it from there.
How do you think overall Dwayne has handled making those decisions on the fly within the game, whether to pull it or throw it?
Good so far. Yeah.
How would you assess the way the line's playing right now?
The line's doing a great. I mean, a lot of it. Again, it's the whole package to me, and protection and running the ball and everything like that. So obviously, week to week, we're always looking to make, enhancing the things we're doing well and fixing the things that we don't feel like we're doing a great job with. So, but we do that every week, and so overall, I think they're solid.
Hey Ryan, when you look at the wide receivers as a whole, have you seen major growth from them this year?
Receivers? Yeah. These are guys that have put a lot of work into the program, and there's a lot of depth and some camaraderie there. I think that goes without saying. 3 captains in that group, so a ton of leadership. But I've really been given the opportunity to go make some plays this year, and they've capitalized on it. And again, nothing's perfect. We're still working on it, and still got a long way to go here. We're midway through this thing, but proud of the way they've gone so far. But excited about what to see for the rest of the season too.
A lot of time, I don't know. When athletes get to a certain level, junior, 4th year juniors, 5th year seniors, I don't know, is there such thing as kind of being what you're going to be at a certain point once you've been in a college program for a certain point of time, a certain amount of time, and have these guys broken through another level? A lot of these, 4th, 5th year guys that maybe isn't typical from a guy who's been in a program for 4 or 5 years?
I think a lot of situations are different. Some guys have great potential, and it takes a while to get there. Other guys kind of top out. So I think every case is its own story. But I do think there's been some great improvement, and guys have really stepped their game up. I still think there's still room for improvement for a lot of guys. And I think their ceiling is high because these guys who work hard, they learn the game. They work at the game. This isn't a group of guys that just goes out there and throws their helmet out there, and they study coverages, they study leverage, they understand what's going on. And so I think, there's still some great improvement we can make, in the whole passing game. Like for instance, we go into this week, a lot of studying of the coverages. Is it zone, is it man, the different leverages we're getting, the matchups. And so, and we talk all the time about the guys at the highest level of college football in the NFL, that's what makes them great.
Ryan, when we ask questions about the line maybe not playing as well or the rushing attack or whatever, is that weird to you guys at all when you're putting up 46 points a game and 560 yards of offense? Like, do you ever want to just ask us what's wrong with us? We don't see the results there.
Well, like I did say, I said, it's a good problem to have when you're putting up that type of production and you still don't feel like you've maxed out yet. And I think that's a good thing, though, because we're still hungry. We're still trying to figure out how we can maximize everybody on the field. Yet when you look at it, I think, statistically we're still ranked pretty high in a lot of different categories, and I think one of the more explosive offenses in all of college football right now. So that's a good thing, but we're still hungry to get better.
So you guys still see that as well, that there is room for this offense and not satisfied with what you've done?
No, never satisfied. No. And again, like coming out of last week, what do we look at? Situational. Short yardage, red zone. We go down there and capitalize. Again, could have been one of the better days we've had around here. So, that kind of one of those things we've got to make sure we're continuing to do what we're doing because there's a lot of great things there, but then enhancing that and then also improving and fixing the problems.
You were asked about that 4th and 1. The one that stuck out to me was the 3rd and 2 where Dwayne scrambled. It looked like maybe the coverage forced him to go. He didn't look comfortable running. What happened there? What would you like to see transpire?
Yeah, on the one going to our right, going to the 35-yard line. You know, we checked the play, and they did a nice job on defense. They checked the cover 2 to a pass, and so schematically they kind of got us on that one. And then Dwayne tried to scramble and get us to either 4th and 1 or something like that. We say in those situations, just keep us on schedule or get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. So he did that, which got us to the 4th down, and we ended up getting that 4th down. So that was well done because he didn't have a place to throw the ball there.
Gotcha.